Yeah. Uh. Uh-huh. It's thinking about it. There we go. Welcome back to Power Wash Simulator, everybody. Since last time we played. Since last time. Oh, you'll see. Oh, you're gonna fucking see. Oh, you're gonna fucking see. I genuinely forgot what this was. I was like, what the fuck? What is this Pokemon song of our Sonic's on track list? Welcome back to Power Wash Simulator. So, since the last time we played, we made this considerable amount of progress. We've beaten a few, because where were we last time I played? Not that it's super interesting. I think last time... I don't think they're in any particular order, though. Oh, wait, no, they are. I think last time I streamed this, we left off on the fire helicopter. Made it to the mayor's mansion, accidentally bought a head that I didn't need, and we ran out of money. So I couldn't afford the thing you need to literally beat this one. Oh, we also beat that. Fortunately, the treehouse came up, which is a $1,550 job, which gave us plenty of money to get the head to beat that. And you might be thinking to yourself, Ayden, last time I saw you play this, you had over 6,000 fucking monies. How the fuck is it possible you ran out of money? How is it possible, Ayden? 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 Ayden, are you listening to me? Ayden, what the fuck did you do? Oh, what is this? Oh, what is this in my hand? Is this a new power washer? Oh, could this be the Prime Vista Pro? With extensions already all bought? Oh, I think it could be. In fact, I would be able to say it definitely goddamn fucking is. Huh? Oh, like that. Yeah. We don't have to spray these, do we? No. So now we're here in this fucking mess. Which has a big fucking plot thing, apparently, it turns out. Oh, we have 2 ladders. Can I get... I see. I see. Okay. So we had to do a thing for, like, the mayor. It was a big piece of shit. And the mayor's house mission is like, somebody threw so many eggs, I don't know how this is even possible. And then you go and find, you go to this one, where people tell you a bunch of monks that, another bigwig in the story almost murdered a fuckload of with his car. The mayor ordered something fucked up with this place. I don't remember what. That's why the temple's been... Oh, no. He dismantled their crops with some underground, like, water system drilling shit that was, like, part of their untouched land. So, the monks all took a spiritual leave with a lot of eggs. Yeah. So that's what's going on in the Power Wash Simulator world. Fun stuff. The plot is thickening. The problem with the plot thickening is I keep falling off. The problem is that I only played this on my... Wow. I play this when I go to sleep at night. So, like... a lot of the plot I just, like, don't perceive or remember. Or no, mostly perceive. It's because this monitor isn't that big, so I can't read it from my bed. I can read some shit from my bed in text form, but like, you know, this is like a 2000, what, 20, 21, 22 released modern, like, HD game. And as such, they will have to have fucking ridiculously small text for reasons I don't understand. So, yeah. Damn, I keep falling off. Ayden fell off. Is there another thing over here we could use this for? Not really, it seems. We'll just get the rest of this roof here. Oh yeah. I feel like sometimes I go whole streams without fucking doing that. It's not a good look. You can hit this button and it does the vision differently, and I don't do it like half the time. And there goes my controller again. There we go. I'm gonna be really sad when this controller finally shits all the way out. I went looking for new jobs today and got frustrated again and quit. But at least I made like a better headway with like, oh well, okay, this is these are things I can apply for. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy any of the jobs I'm finding, but like something's gotta fucking change. I am very sick of being constantly poverty stricken. I've been in debt for like, what, 4 months now? And I almost had it down, and then I got COVID at the beginning of July, which is when I started the Soul Silver playthrough. It's been almost 2 fucking months. What a fucking... What a thing. What a thing, though. Did we already do this? No, I did the upper roof. I saw her do the upper roof. I made a new song the other day. I was pretty proud of myself. I didn't finish it though. I just jotted down like what was in my head about it, and it worked pretty well. It's like actually, it's an idea I had forever ago, but I had to go to my job, so I didn't have time to jot it down, because I was, like, brushing my teeth and putting on makeup and stuff. I've decided to just give my songs weird names if I don't already have, like, a bigger concept lined in with them, so don't be surprised when there's, like, a big chunk of Lexi Karma songs that, like, seem super fucking serious, and then the rest of them are, like, you know, might have serious themes in them, but have really silly names. Like, there's a song I started writing this year. I don't know what to do with the verses yet. But I felt very strongly about the chorus when I came up with it. And I was singing it, like, all fucking day. And then I got home and was like, okay, let's jot this shit down. Or I think it was the next day. I think I was like, oh shit, do I remember that? Yes, I do. And I ended up calling it, tentative title, I might not keep it, but a lot of my tentative titles I end up keeping, hence 12 more off self-titled. A song I started writing on the 12th of March. Excuse me. I'm not doing coy coughs here, I'm just actually fucking dying. God, it's gonna be a real twist of fate that I have COVID again and, like, didn't notice. And that's why I, like, felt sick today, and why my throat feels like shit today. And then I'm gonna take a COVID test tomorrow and get fucking pissed off. But, like, while I have COVID, I did a big stream, because I was like, I'm sick, let's do COVID. Or let's do COVID. Let's get it over with. I do a big stream, because I just, like, feel like it. And then after the fact, I'm just, like, dead. I have COVID again. Not actually dead. What am I trying to say? Last time I got, or the only time I got COVID was this year in July, which I just said not that long ago. But oh, hello, ground. I didn't realize what it was, and it was at the end of, like, Sonic month, no less, and I was playing Sonic Road West 2 Kart, and I was just saying so many goddamn stupid things, because I was like, I know I'm sick, but I like don't think it's COVID. I'm not running a fever. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm just gonna keep streaming all night anyway. And then I did. And then the next day I went to my job, put people's lives in danger. Because I had no idea. And I wasn't running a fever yet. So I was like, whatever. Towards the end of the shift, I started feeling pretty shitty. When I finally ended my shift, I went through the whole shift though. And then when I ended the shift, when I was done, I got to go home. I took my temperature and was like, yeah, that's a fever. And I took a COVID test the next day because my friend was like, hey, my mom has COVID, so everybody get tested. I have extra tests if you don't have any. And yeah, I was like, I have tests here. I also my throat started feeling weird and I started having a fever, so here we go. Like, I'm gonna not be super pessimistic, but at the same time, like, this is weirdly too coincidental. And then, yeah, I had COVID. God, what is with my throat? I didn't go anywhere today. There's no reason that my voice should sound like this. It's very strange. Could be COVID. Could be copious amounts of dehydration and then going to stream for like 5 hours a day. This is Annie Mull, the one who's telling me all about the secret operations the mayor's doing to fuck over these monks. Oh, that's why this looks like garbage. That makes sense. So this is pretty much just cow shit. That's cool. Yummy. Yes, this weird feeling I have right now might be COVID, but it isn't. It's not similar. Because I remember when I had it and I didn't know what it was. I still felt like delusional and terrible. Like I was like slap happy and crazy. Now I'm just like really depressed and tired. I think it's other extenuating circumstances. However, I did also go to the doctor's office yesterday, so maybe somebody there gave me COVID. But on the other hand, there weren't too many other fucking patients around, and everybody that I saw actually had a mask on. And that was the first time that had happened in many a year. Granted now, it was a very short amount of people, it was a very small amount of people. It was like 2 receptionists, myself, a security guard, the kid shadowing the nurse, and the doctor I went to see. Well, we all have masks though, so I have a sneaking suspicion it wasn't COVID that I got, but also like Omicron variant like is fucking insane. I don't think people are realizing like it's not just like, oh, it spreads a little farther, oh, it's harder on you, or like, oh, a lot of people have in their head that are like, oh, all the variants differently have been weaker. I'm like, no. You've been vaccinated like 3 or 4 times. So if you contract the virus, it will be weaker feeling. The virus itself is still every bit as strong and resilient as it was before. In fact, it's way fucking worse. I think the Omicron variant 0.5 or 0.6, whichever one is the most like recent strand that I've heard of, literally is like, and I don't want to spread COVID misinformation, but I'm like pretty positive that it's like almost as contagious, not almost as dangerous necessarily, but almost as contagious as like measles. So in other words, you can just be in the same like general vicinity as someone, and depending on the ventilation, which it doesn't need much to get around, somebody's infected with it and is spreading it, and it's at a level of contagion and is spreading, yeah, you could just get that. That's how much Omicron, the most recent Omicron variant, is contagious. The CDC gave up. I feel like this... I don't know, I can't speak on the scientist's behalf. Or rather, the people who the CDC gets their research from, the people who actually work on it and have, since 2020, been like, no, this is not okay, everybody should wear a mask. Yes, it is less dangerous now that we know more things, but, like, it's still fucked up. And, but the US government and the CDC just didn't want to fucking deal with that because economy or something. I don't know why. I mean, like, we all know, or at least, like, probably most of the people that follow me, like, conservatives are innately fucking stupid. It's kind of their shtick. But, like, even people that are, like, I guess, quote-unquote, left of center or consider themselves, like, Democrats are still, like, unabashedly just not giving a shit, not taking proper precautions. And it really pisses me off because, they're better about it now. My friend, Labiscus, that I talked about on stream the one day, was one of the immunocompromised people that, at the beginning of COVID, wasn't sure if, that her doctors weren't sure if any, but he would be able to even, like, give her the vaccine efficiently without it, like, literally just, like, fucking up her shit more or killing her. So that's fun. That really sent me through a loop. I remember that freaked me out the most. I think she still somehow miraculously has dodged COVID. I don't know how the fuck, but she has. I dodged it for a pretty long time. Another close friend of mine got it. I was very, very scared. My sister got it in 2021. No, she got it in 2020. It was not, like, right away when the pandemic started spreading, but, in America anyway. But it was pretty fucking, scary. It was weird because I didn't have, like, crazy staunch reactions of, like, crying and panic or trying to cry out the emotions or anything necessarily. It was more just, like, from what I was seeing around me and all that was happening in that environment, across the country, really, I was just, like, it wasn't a feeling of, like, panic in me. It was more, okay, shit's hitting the fan. It felt like a lot more of a, and still in a way it does feel more like a do-or-die situation, but it also, to me, I don't know if this is actually, you know what, I know it's not universal, because a lot of people have just been trying their damnedest to act like everything is normal. I feel like I've been running on do-or-die time since, like, yeah. I mean, for me, I went through a bad spell of some personal shit in, like, 2019. Like, late 2018, early 2019, I think. Or really throughout the entirety of 2019, honestly. And then, yeah, this shit happened in 2020. And I just feel like I've been running since then. Even on weeks where I, like, basically don't do anything. I feel like everything is a constant fight, and I'm tired of it. Because my life already had many moments where a lot of things were a constant fight, which sucks. And then I came out as fucking polysexual trans femme. So a lot of things have been a daily fight. But it used to be like, oh, well, I can go home and find respite. Or I can go hang out at a friend's place real quick and find respite. there's no more of that. Or at the very least, like, I can go do something nice for myself. I can afford to splurge on a video game. And like I said the other day, what's fucked up is that I'm making... Well... Like... I had a good nest egg of money, and even then, I feel like I was frivolously spending a decent amount in 2020. And, I took a lot of time off work, unpaid. During the start of the spread, I suppose. Because I could afford it at the time to take off that much time. Unfortunately, I mean, it was fortunate that I got that I had to take off that much time. And honestly, I hate my job, so it wasn't that bad. But I was like, okay, this is my effort. This is my contribution. I know not everybody's going to agree with this, but hopefully, the amount of people that do are going to make a difference here, and we're going to be fine, and at least get this thing down to a negligible level within the year. I was never optimistic with it, to be perfectly honest. I don't want to be like, haha, I told you so, with a deadly fucking pandemic that has killed millions of people. Because I don't, and I really don't want to be like that. I'm not being like that. When it came to the point where I was coming back in, and I had a few friends too that were like, you're going back in? And I was like, listen, I have masks. I'm going to try to stay away from people. I'm going to try to be safe. But like, I can't afford to... Like, they got me by the balls. If they're not going to pay for us to stay home, if this corporation's not going to pay for us to stay home, then we're fucked. I'm fucked. I have to go in. It's starting to get dodgy. I need to go in and make money. I hate it, but it's what I gotta do. And the second I can get out of there without penalty, I'll leave and go straight the fuck home. It'll be miserable, but it's something I gotta do. But like, that was back in 2020. And then it's like, a lot of the same issues are still here, and it fucking sucks. Can you imagine how the monks would have felt if they returned to find their temple completely caked in cow excrement? Can't imagine. Can't imagine any mall. Simply can't imagine. What is it about SLEEPYWASH simulator nights that makes me fucking... I mean, for anyone, you see it as a sign, right? Sure. What? Why is that still not washing? I always get into huge downer topics on fucking Power Wash simulator streams. Or mine, anyway. I didn't get into any big downer topics when I was doing this with Satellite. I don't remember. I was going to a conclusive point with my COVID rant, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. Around that time, I was making... But, like, case in point, I had the financial stability at the time to do that, and I was making frivolous purchases. I wasn't, you know, pinching pennies. Now, I'm making roughly the same, if not probably, like, almost $1 more an hour than I was in 2020. And I'm in debt. And I haven't even been spending my money on anything, like, extravagant, really. Buying this game is the most extravagant purchase I have made in, like, 8 months. And I'm always thinking to myself, God damn it, if I wouldn't have pulled the trigger on laser hair removal surgery, if I would have just waited, this wouldn't be that big of a deal right now, I'd be fine. But, like, would I have been? Would I have been, actually? Because although, yes, it did cost thousands of dollars, and I knew I wasn't going to make that back anytime soon, I feel like the fact that I'm not back, like, on my feet is pretty telling of, like, how fucked up everything is right now. And I mean, there's more to it than that, obviously. There are more fucked up things than, like, oh, why Ayden can't afford Nintendo Switch games, but, like, I don't know. I have my wit's end with this shit. I've been, if you can't tell, I've been streaming more frequently, and it is kind of, honestly, like an escape from all of this, these issues, and I can't ignore the bigger issues. I can't ignore all the anti-trans legislation that comes to my attention. I can't ignore all the fucking stupid problematic bullshit that is a part of my life and oppresses me personally. I can't ignore things happening around me and how a lot of this economic pressure is affecting people worse than me somehow. But like, I don't know. Like I said, it has all come full circle to this. I feel like I have been running. Not running from anything, just trying not to be squashed for forever, for months, for years. We are now at least at the point where we can say this has been happening for years. Has it been many years? No. But a year is a pretty long time where a lot of fucking events happen. Ugh, it's fucking bullshit. I'm sick of it. I'm just so fucking exhausted. If you can't tell, one of the things I hate most about this overall scenario that's like really gloomy and shit too is that like there have been positive things in my life that have been occurring. I've, you know, made some new acquaintances. I've maybe made, like, I guess, new friends in certain circles, I suppose. I've definitely made new acquaintances for sure. I've made more mutuals across, like, Twitch and Twitter. I think 2022 has been the biggest boon of, like, people giving a shit about what I do in some fashion. Than ever, than literally ever in the entirety of like my time on like YouTube and everything, and that's amazing to me. And it seems to only be going up, truly, and I'm very grateful for that people give a shit about what I'm doing. But like, I've been so stressed out with just life, with just trying to survive. And find a new job and battle my own depression that I haven't even been able to really appreciate it. Like, this is something that I'd be like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, years ago, especially like pre-2020, I'd be like, man, look what I did. Look what I fucking did. This is awesome. I'm very happy with this. I'm so excited. But now I'm just like, cool. That's a very good thing. And that's it. That's so fucking insincere. I'm being insincere with myself. Because it's all I got left. It sucks. Yeah, this isn't super entertaining. I should switch topics, but I guess with nothing else to spin it to a positive. If you were out there feeling like you're fucking insane and paranoid for still wearing a mask in fucking towards the tail quarter of 2022, if you feel like the world around you is shrinking and trying to suffocate you at every turn, and you're paranoid whether or not maybe you're taking things a little too seriously, maybe you're drowning, maybe every once in a while you're like, I want to be able to step back and take a deep breath, but I feel like every time I do, water pours in my lungs. I don't have the greatest advice, because things that help me with that mentalities, various mentalities, not the mentality, you know, those mental spaces and hang-ups, even if I had perfect answers, I clearly don't, but also, like, they wouldn't work for everybody, because people's brains just work differently, people's minds just work differently, and but I will say at least this I can confirm enough and do whatever with the information you shall. As cheesy as it sounds, as easy as it is to say, the sole truth is you're not alone in that. At least one more crazy motherfucker currently streaming Power Wash Simulator on Twitch.tv is in a similar fucking boat. And, believe you me, I don't like it either. But, you aren't being irrational. I mean, probably. I don't know you. Oh, God. Give me more of this freshly squeezed cock, would ya? But yeah, I think I'm gonna bend over backwards, suck my own asshole, and then say, "Here, Daddy, let it in," for a call center job here pretty soon. Because they seem to only be they seem to be the only fucking lines of work that I am finding consistently enough. That, like, no, I don't want to do them, but I know I can. Because, see, like, my current job, which I'm not going to disclose who I work for, I don't like talking about my job a lot. On here, I just tell people that, like, I hate it, it's physically intensive, and, like, you know, what days I work. And that's why I don't stream, usually. Fucking, what was I saying? It's very physically intensive. I have one of the easier jobs now, but it's still a lot of running. It's a lot of walking around. So a lot of the physical force I am using to do what I do is now just basically allocating itself to different areas, and my legs are, specifically my feet, are more tired. And you also have to add on to this, because you might be thinking, well, Ayden, go work out more, get in more shape. Yes, your job sucks, but, like, you can remedy this. I don't think it would help. I don't get paid to exercise. I get paid to do physical labor. And you also have to take into the consideration here that this job I've had for roughly 5 years. I technically have been doing it for 6. I just worked through a temp agency, and they put me in, like, the same fucking building, basically. And then I quit there, because they weren't doing conversion. And then I quit there, came back. I said, hey, it's been less than a month, just give me my old position and my old job back. They put me in another building. I had to work there for a minimum of 2 months to transfer to another building. And get back to my normal position and get back to my normal job. And I finally did it. But yeah, that sucked. So that year included, it's been almost 6 years at that point, just mathematically. And before that, I worked almost 2 whole years, or maybe 2 years. I think maybe 2 whole years. Because I think there were 2 peak seasons at another physically intensive job, which was even worse in that regard. The only thing that was better was that part-timers got paid time off accrued. But everything else about it was the worst. Fucking terrible. I was lucky. I was one of the lucky ones, even though I was getting pummeled with the most fucking volume. I was one of the lucky ones because I had, like, out of all that building and how many employees there were and how much management they had there were maybe like 3-5 good employees max, and I had them. They were my direct managers, and, like, yes, they still let this horrible bullshit happen to me, you know. So, like, they're not that great, but also they knew, like, if that wasn't gonna happen, like, their fucking asses were also on the chopping block. As much as mine, but also they would get chewed out more than I would. Because there were some managers that would be like, read this up, and I'd just straight up like look at them and be like, yeah? What do you think I'm doing? But yeah, I worked there for, God, at least a year and a half. I think 2 years, maybe even 2 years and some change. So I've been doing this line of work of just beating myself for money for almost a decade. And I'm not the most fit person on the planet. It's just mostly like I have fairly high pain intolerance for some reason. I don't know why. And, yeah, I just don't, It's this notion I've been thinking about recently, and it's a circular kind of logic, I guess, or at least I haven't been able to break out of the circle of like, well, you should get out of there, you should stop doing that sort of thing. Life is fleeting, you know what I mean? And it's like, yes, I 100% agree with that fucking sentiment, for sure. I think that applies to everybody. The difference between me and, like, some rich bitch is I am not a rich bitch. This world is not for you to go, life is too short, and go enjoy things based on that notion. Go experience everything. Do anal by a waterfall. Snort crushed wild berries through a McDonald's straw. Oh, so I thought I'd get the whole thing cleaned off, say the Twister gave the temple some kind of sacred hose down instead, a secret little miracle just between the two of us. Oh, as long as I'm getting paid. Animal. I guess I don't care. Animal. But yeah, all this doomer shit to come down to the notion, I guess, of just, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't want it to be depressing. I can handle it, because I'm constantly thinking about it anyway. There's just a certain homeostasis I end up reaching with this much emotional turmoil, where it's just like, I can't take anymore, but I have no choice other than to do so I just continue. And that just has to be good enough. And as pessimistic and shitty and cynical as this is, I've had to rely on something I used to rely on when I was a kid, and it got me through my abusive relationship with my parents, got me through abusive shit across the board, it got me through hanging out and being uncomfortable with a bunch of fucking misogynist, racist cis dudes in, like, high school and, like, early college, and seeing my friends be terrorized by similar dudes. I don't know. Because I lost my train of thought. The notion. The notion is somebody somewhere else has it worse. And I fucking hate that. The hatred in so many people has just been so goddamn ingrained that they don't even have that notion. I think more and more people should stop seeing that as a negative thought and, like, every once in a while just look at it as a fact. Like, yes, it is a thought as much as the sky is occasionally blue. And by occasionally, I mean most of the fucking time. But you have to at least consider every once in a while that, like, even if we don't all see the same blue in the same fucking sky and shit, like, you have to realize that it's still there for other people just as much as it is for me. Even if it's a little different or it means something different, or you do different things with that sky, it's still the same one. So I feel like if enough people give you enough evidence to at least look into that shit, like, there's some batshit shit that I'll see online or some shit, and it's always been like this, where I'm like, okay, you know what, I'll look into it. I'm not one of those fucking, I'm not a centrist. I think I've made that pretty clear over time. I don't think I give off that vibe to most people. But I do look up, like, if I hear enough of one thing that's, like, champions against something that I've come to the conclusion of, I'll go, okay, well, you know, maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe I'm the idiot here. Let me look it up. And it could be something from, like, these people think this is a slur, these people think it's problematic to say or do this thing, or dress this certain way, or do this certain thing with your hair. It could be, but it's usually the opposite end of, like, okay, well, this is a thing that I've heard about a lot, I think. I can't think of a specific example right now. But, like, most of the time when I look it up and it's like, oh, well, maybe this is something. And it's like, on what seems to be maybe even, like, a more centrist or right-leaning end. Every single time, there's never an actual concrete economic point. None of it is ever actually to help anyone. Is the thing. It never is. It's just so fucking hateful. And the same people are always championing around, well, I don't want to talk about this and that, I don't care, I don't want to get into it. It's like, no, you want to get into it, but you know that I'm going to champion against something that makes you uncomfortable. And you haven't processed why yet, but I guarantee it's because deep down, you know it's just hateful towards a group of people that want no harm to come to you whatsoever. Genuinely, I believe that. Like, I'm an angry bitch. But do I wish actual physical harm against a lot of these people just, like, spreading hate speech and being fucking idiots? Not necessarily. I think it comes from a place of ignorance. However, that one fucking video I saw on the subway the other day with the one drunk dude yelling a bunch of racist shit and saying that, like, literally, like, black people are inferior to him and shit on the subway, and then towards the end of it, he starts teetering, like, near the end, like, of when a bunch of people are getting off, and that dude gives him one, like, decent punch to the fucking face, and he goes down like a fucking eggshell. Hilarious. Genuinely fucking funny, and one of the most satisfying fucking things I've seen in a long time. I watched that like 10 times. And again, it's not that I wish fucking violence against people, but it's like, how do you not realize that? See, here's the thing, is that a lot of people are like, well, it's just something I say, I should be able to say whatever I want to say. Like, why do you want to say racial slurs and bigotry so fucking bad? Why do you need it to be a thing? Why do you need it to be a thing in your life so goddamn fucking bad? Why is it so important to you? Because the thing is I talked to a person of color about this years ago, and she agreed with me. So I don't feel super fucked up saying this, but again, I'm me, you know. So I could be completely off my rocker if wrong. We were talking about fucking iDubbbz of all goddamn shithead people. And she was like, yeah, remember that one video we did where, like, the whole thing was just, like, why he was championing for why you should be able to say the N-word and why yelling it at a fucking child doing, like, beauty tips on YouTube is actually cool and based. I was like, yeah, that was fucked up, wasn't it? My friend showed me that because he thought it was the funniest fucking shit. And she was like, yeah, it's people like that, and they're all over, and it fucking sucks. I'm like, you're absolutely right. Here's the fucking thing. I was like, because the thing is, I remember distinctly, because I found it so striking at the time that he worded it that way, and it really did evolve where I came to the conclusion for myself that I was like, no, not a single motherfucker has a fucking excuse for this shit. No white person should be running around screaming the fucking N-word. Or even whispering it under their breath. Not a single one. But, I was like, here's the thing. His main point, iDubbbz's main point, was, like, that I found so striking was the main excuse he championed for with why it was okay for him to say the N-word was that he wasn't trying to do it in a way that's racist, and that he respects black people, which is what a lot of them fucking say when they're faced with this shit, even though black people are like, hey, it's much more respectful for you to do this, and then the white people say, nah. It's like, wow, cool, I guess you don't respect anyone but yourself, it seems. But anyway, I digress. The main thing I'd have said was, like, the main point was, like, if you give... The reason I still use it anyway is because if you give the word power, then it will have power. If more people just start getting used to saying it, and we can re-champion it as something that isn't a racial slur, then people that are inherently racist won't be able to use it in that powerful form anymore. It will lose its power. And I told my friend, I said, here's the thing, conceptually, like, theoretically, that makes sense. I think it makes sense. However, because obviously, I don't say the fucking N-word, but I said, however, it's not your position to make that call, because the positions of power that made that word what it is, you are championing for it every time you use that fucking word. Because the people it hurts, the people it squanders, and the representation of it that its power removes, you don't get to turn that power away, so you only strengthen the power it has. Because the people using it for bigotry are siding with your point. And I think if the people with the bigoted viewpoints are siding with your point on something that's like a, center or like middling or, the moral quandary of a fucking thing, then actually you're just being a bigot, is usually 9 times out of 10 what the case is. Because I'm not perfect. I had issues with it in the past. I've said before, I used to be a pretty goddamn big shithead. The vast majority of my problematic shit, if not arguably all of it, on Randomrings Channel is gone. I used to have a Let's Play channel with a bunch of my friends where we said some pretty fucked up shit. That's completely gone now. But it doesn't change the fact that I said it, and that I had to grow from there. I'm not saying that deleting it from YouTube makes me a good person. It just makes me responsible for what I fucking have done. And I'm ashamed of what I've done, now that I realize what it is. But I'm proud of where I've come. I'm proud of who I can be now, and if I can be there for someone who is in a situation disenfranchised where I, by default, would not be, why the fuck would I not stick my neck out? Like, it just makes sense. I don't know. I think a lot of these people just willfully choose to not have empathy. It sucks. And I would speak more on the issue, but it's just another white person going like, oh, I used to be bad, but now I'm good, and now I'm, not a misogynist, etc. It's like, okay, cool. Thanks for being an idiot. Good thing you're not an idiot anymore. Kinda. Like, fuck it. I would continue the conversation of that notion, but the real people you should be listening to on the issue are the people, again, disenfranchised by the worst case scenario. I'm just kind of there. I'm an ally to the people that fucking... It sucks, too, because a lot of the things I can do activism-wise, all I can really do is retweet a bunch of shit. I can't donate shit anymore, because I can barely feed myself. I can, but I'm in credit card debt. Like, I don't have money. Like, on a technical level, I do not have money. The fact that I still have my home is, like, shocking. But I haven't got to the point where I've had to, like, take out any loans or anything yet. We'll see as time progresses. But yeah, even if I despise the full-time job, I think I'm just gonna fucking grin and bear it. There we go. Was I gonna say bin and grare it? Grare? I'm gonna just YouTube poop myself into the lap of luxury. What sucks too is that because of how expensive everything is right now, and because of how expensive everything is right now, one of the places I was thinking about genuinely moving to was Canada. Because even though, yes, immigration would fucking suck, I wouldn't be here. Because being a trans person in America fucking blows. Being anyone coming from America, or anywhere really, to Canada, also fucking blows. But at least, like, once you settle that score with the government, that's it. In America, you're a constant target. And not to say Canada is the land of milk and honey for queers, like myself, but it is, like, there are a lot more places that are clearly more fucking open about it. I'd much rather go to the wrong part of a wrong town on, like, a bit of a trip to go see some friends or something, or go to see an amusement park or a concert or something, and on the way back home, a couple people call me the F-slur. Some people give me some dirty looks, than live here where I can just be hunted down. Like, I've been looking too deeply into the whole Keffels thing. What's going on with her. I did see that, oh god, see, I'm so fucking tired right now. Can't even keep all the information straight in my brain. Whatever the fuck, Open Flame or whatever the fuck it's called, that owned Kiwi Farms, or was supplying whatever to Kiwi Farms, has now fucking renounced Kiwi Farms. Which is very fucking funny. I just can't imagine. I don't know. I feel like saying over and over again, like, I just don't get what the mentality is, isn't even helping at this point. Like, what am I actually saying here? Like, duh. Like, duh. There's one thing that I do derive satisfaction from if we're gonna be on more doom and gloom topics. Which I shouldn't be, but, you know, whatever. It's what I'm thinking about. It's the point of... It's what I'm thinking about. Uh-oh. Okay. The point of SLEEPYWASH Simulator is for me to just talk about whatever I can think of or whatever chat brings up. I love talking to chat. I really do. I've talked about this a little bit before, here and there. I really enjoy teaching cis people who, when it comes to anything outside of the redneck norm of, not even redneck necessarily, just people that are completely fucking willfully ignorant to shit. I love teaching them shit. It is totally that one fucking meme of, like, whatever the fuck the one picture is, and it's like me talking to other queer people, and then like me talking to me talking to what is it? Me talking to queer people about queer shit, and then the other picture is like a preschool teacher or some shit talking. Oh, I know, talking to a child about like how little puzzle blocks and how the alphabet works, basically, and the caption on that one is me talking to cis people about trans issues or something like that. That's how it feels, but I don't do it condescending. I mean, there's a part of me that kind of wants to, but I don't. Like, I could be condescending behind their back on my own time when I tell somebody, wow, they asked me about what a cis person was. Like, isn't that fucking funny? But like, which that has happened before, which is really fucking funny to me. But I love teaching them shit. At my job, I'm not gonna go into detail about it because it's boring, and I don't want to talk about my job that much. But there's this guy that's been working there for a long time, and just for preface, for the history with this dude, we've both been there for years, but I didn't really talk to the guy very much. He hangs out with a lot of people that I just, like, don't trust. He gives me a bad vibe. He gives me a bad vibe in the sense of, like, I'm like, I don't think you're a terrible person. I don't have zero faith in you, but I definitely don't trust you, and I don't think, like, if we weren't here and there weren't like security cameras locked in a room with you, I think I would be terrified. That's the vibe I get from you, is that my existence makes you angry. I think I am confusing to you to the degree that there's a part of you that really wishes I wasn't in your world. Not for anything I've done or said to you, just because I exist and you were not raised to understand me. You were only raised to understand that I should be abolished. So whether or not you truly believe that yourself or not, I do not know, but I wonder if this were more of a situation where you had full control and there weren't security cameras and your job was not at stake. Would you eradicate me? Or at the very least yell at me a lot that I'm a fucking, you know, SJW bitch. So there's these things that sometimes we have to draw this thing on. It has to do with the volume that we get in the fucking, in the place. So I can hurt myself more. And to what degree. And to what output that gives. There's no water in that mug. There's no water in that mug at all. So to make it more clear what the number of the shit is that I have to do, I circle around it. I'm not the first person to do this. However, I'm the first person I've ever seen in the building to do this. I draw the gender equality symbol over top of it, which for those who don't know what that means, there are actually a few different ones, I think. It was for a long time seen as the one I'm using is seen. It was seen for a long time as the non-binary symbol, which is kind of interesting. Because now there is a non-binary symbol, gender symbol, and it's not that anymore. But what it is now, the gender symbol. Oh, that's the ladder I need. Where's the ladder? Where's the other ladder? Where did I put that fucking thing? Where'd I put the other fucking ladder? Was it not over here? I thought it was up, like, closer to here. Where the fuck did I put the other goddamn ladder? I know there's two. Oh, here it is. Sorry, no. So the gender equality symbol I've been using, it is a... Excuse you. I think I need to do it this way. Which it makes sense now that I'm looking at it. It's not gonna let me do that. Hello? It's not gonna let me pick it up? I thought you could pick it up and do the thing. Or can I just not do it from over here? It just brought up the thing, the prompt for the one, but not this one. This is the one that can go up the things. The other one cannot. Maybe I'll never figure it out. I drew the gender equality symbol. What it is basically, so there's the male gender symbol, there's the female gender symbol, for those who still don't know what the fuck I'm talking about and don't want to Google it right now. Betty from Rugrats, the thing on her shirt. That's the female one. Wait. Oh my god. I did it. I fucking did it. I don't know where to go from here now, though. Because I need it elsewhere, I think. Yes? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know where I need it now. I'm confused. I need it up there. I don't even know if that's, like, possible. I'm gonna fucking hurl. What the hell? Where? No, it's the scaffolding. Can I just use the scaffolding? I can probably just use the scaffolding, truthfully, and bring it up. Because the scaffolding... Oh wait, hold on, I'm a fucking dunce. Hold on a second. God, I gotta listen to 3 black noises. I swear to God. Gotta listen to it. It's that banger shit. Gotta love the soothing fucking melody line of... Anywho. Gender equality symbol. So it's... The bottom spoke of it is the female one. The right off to the end spoke of it is the male one, you know. And then there is, which, you know, is like inaccurate to how non-binaryism works, but that wasn't my call. Don't blame me. There's a third one over on the left, and it looks kind of like the male pointy arrow thing, but it has the extra cross through it, like the female symbol. And I started drawing that on all this shit that needs to be numbered. I don't have to do it all the time, but there have been a bunch of fucking managers bitching at me for shit. So I just draw that on all of them. And it gives me immense power. The power to be gay. They can't contain this much queerness in one vessel unless they be gay themselves. Anyway, so I've been drawing on all of it. And part of the reason I did it wasn't even to be like, LOL, gender. Part of me was just like, okay, if you people have a problem with I'm not doing the thing that you want me to do, I'm gonna start doing it. And you're gonna know that I did it. I'm not just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in a way that if you have a fucking problem with the way I fucking did it, you can come bitch at me for it. And if you're gonna come bitch at me for it, saying I didn't do it after the fact that I did, because sometimes you people just do that shit because you're fucking crazy. Here, I did it. And you know it was me. Because no one else is drawing that fucking shit. So that's why I started doing it. But the main, you don't know the main reason I did it? Was because I was fucking poverty stricken and because the company wouldn't fucking pay for my voice therapy. Despite the fact that they always parade around the fact that they provide trans healthcare, they don't. Or at least not to everybody. At least not to me. That was a whole other... I've told that story before. I don't need to go into it again. But basically, no, they're liars. They don't cover it all. I've heard for some people they cover some shit in full. Some of it they cover voice therapy in full. Some people they cover some of the voice therapy. For me, they weren't even covering full therapy. Like a psychiatrist that I was seeing at the time, who diagnosed me for gender dysphoria. Because when I told her I came out as non-binary, she talked to me about it for a session and went, "Yup, I'm gonna put that in your file." Cool. And she officially put it in my file a few sessions later because I was like, I'm fighting with my insurance company. I currently, if this doesn't get fixed, owe hundreds of dollars to this insurance company now that's supposed to cover all my shit. And since I'm still doing therapy, I can barely afford, you know, this, what I'm doing right now. And she was like, I'm going to make absolutely sure it's in your file and that what's-her-face, like, make sure this is, like, over where it needs to go. So, like, at the very least, they can't dispute that. Like, a professional has diagnosed you with this shit. But the people I talked to about it to get this shit sorted were so fucking hateful and, like drooling at the fucking gums over the fact that, like it's such a gotcha moment that they're like, well, is there any physical thing that happens with this? I'm like, yeah, screaming in a fucking voice I don't know what to do with, in a loud, shitty, physically intensive job, where you have to be loud to talk to people. There's a lot of machinery and shit around. Yeah, I would say that fucking qualifies. And they're like, no, it's only if it's something like burns in the middle of you or something. Like, it has to be something like that. Otherwise, we don't cover it. It's very clear in the policy. I'm like, if it was, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Trust me, I read it. And she was like, well, either way, we're not going to do it. So, like, yeah, that was my fight. Anyway, fuck me. What am I talking about? So I'm drawing this gender equality symbol and all this different shit, right? I've been doing this for a while. But the main reason I started doing it, or not the main reason I started doing it, the inspiration that struck of like, how am I gonna do this problem? Oh, I know. So I started doing this because, I was going through all this shit, I was uninsured, because I went down from full-time to part-time, because I was like, I skip half my shifts and they're not covering my fucking shit anymore anyway, so what's even the point of being full-time? I'm just hurting myself. Now I really wish I hadn't done that, but back then it felt way better. I have less wrist problems now for sure. But I was going through all this shit, not as bad as I am now, but pretty close. It was after I had facial. This is after someone came on my face. Where the fuck is the thing on this tower? You gotta be shitting me with this. Ledges. The fuck you talking about, ledges? This is such an obnoxious fucking stage. Ledges. Because if I jump down from here and the ledges are up there, I'm gonna kick someone's ass. Oh, ledges. Oh, here's some shit I haven't gotten. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. The buttress, you know? This shit, I swear to God, there's just shit spawning. Like, this is such a huge map. It doesn't seem like it would be, but it is. Wow, Ayden, you're really good at telling stories. Good thing you went to school for creative writing. My main inspiration was that I was going through all this shit, and Pride happened. And I probably wasn't gonna go for COVID reasons anyway. But the fact that that was happening, and that was like a confusing thing I had to think of, and then my friends were like, hey, we're gonna go for a bit. You know, it's Pride. And it's, since we're wearing, if everybody wears masks, what they should be, it should be safer than it was in like 2020. For sure. I was like, I can't, because I'm literally at like poverty. Like, I'm so broke. Capitalism won. They defeated me. Like, this is all I can do. I have to go here, so I don't become another statistic. That's what I told my friends. I was like, I will become another homelessness statistic in their queer fucking successes of killing us chart. And they were like, yeah, alright. Nobody argued with me. So that night, I was like, oh, cool, I get to do all this again, and I get to write the things down? I'm gonna write so many of the fucking things down, because all you stupid cis bitches keep fucking complaining about it as an excuse to come fucking yell at me and give me shit. Because your life sucks. And, here's this, I'm gonna do it. And that's why I started doing it that way. And finally, a few weeks ago, because nobody really, like, asked about it, I gloated to a few of my friends about it, and was like, oh, I'm just doing the thing they want me to do. It's no big deal. And they were like, okay. But yeah, no, like, I told, but yeah, finally, somebody came up to me. Because I was in the middle of drawing another one. Because if I do enough of these, it's just a fucking field. There's like rows and rows of this shit, and they all have the fucking gender equality symbol on them. It looks like a cult thing. It's very funny. In any case, wasn't this one fucked up? One of these dragon head things on the side is fucked up. Yeah, this one. I think I can get it without a ladder. Maybe not. Maybe. Yeah, I got it. somebody was finally like, now, Ayden, and I was like, yo, he's like, what does that mean? What is that? What does it mean? And I'm like, he asked it almost exactly like that. What does that mean? Like, I don't know what inflection that was supposed to be. Is it supposed to be sarcastic? Is it supposed to be insulting? Is it supposed to be genuine? Is it supposed to be sincere? Is it supposed to be funny? Is it supposed to be frightened? I don't know what this emotion is that you're conveying to me right now. I don't really answer your question like you said like a normal person. So I did. And I said, oh, well, I'm just writing the number down of the volume on it, and my handwriting's kind of bad, so we have to write down, like, what shift is supposed to be doing it, basically, and I was like, oh, well, my handwriting's sloppy sometimes, so I write it in more robotic looking, and he was like, no. What is this? I'm like, I know, I'm fucking with you. So I tell him, wooden trim. Oh, it's all the way around, so I probably just keep, falling off the fucking side. That's probably why I haven't gotten it done. Oh yeah, that'll be it. What's left? Wooden frames. Wait, wooden frames? Hold on, I hate it. Window frames. Window frames. Save the wooden window frames. These aren't wooden window frames though, is the thing. Anyway. So I start telling him, I say, well, it's a symbol of gender equality. I draw it mostly so managers that are bitchy don't fuck with me, but I decided to do it this way. It's a gender equality symbol. He was like, okay, what is it like? I've never seen anything like this before. I was like, here, I'll show you on my phone what it is. He's like, well, what are all the little thingies? Like, I don't understand. And I was like, here, okay, well, you've seen some of these before, though. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, see, look. And I show him, I'm like, this one's male, right? You've seen the male symbol before, I'm sure. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. And I'm like, yeah, this little bottom one is the female one. He's like, okay. And then I'm like, and then this one over here, you see how it's got like the cross thing that's in the female one, but it's the male one? It's a little outdated, it's a non-binary one. I start trying to pull up the symbol on my phone, and I'm like, and the non-binary symbol happens to come up on accident. I'm like, okay, oh yeah, see this? I'm like, this is the non-binary one, but if I drew that on here, people would think it's a gang symbol and fucking fire me. And he laughed. I was like, yeah, so I draw it this way. And he asks me, like, to repeat a few of the things to make sure he got it and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah. He was like, okay. And I just want to reiterate, I'm only telling you this, I'm only asking you all this stuff because I just want to know. I'm not trying to be, like, you know, shitty. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I know. I'm going to show you. So I'm like, here we go. And I finally find the fucking symbol done by, like, you know, in a text format or something. So, like, it looks better. How the fuck with this window frame? Oh, hey, found a little smidge. Is that what you want? I'm so confused, gang. But yeah, the main reason I started doing it, and I told him the whole thing about the management, and I was like, and also any transphobes in the building that get fucking pissy about my existence, and he's like, oh, so you do it to get a rise out of people, and I was like, shh. And you see, he hushes, and I'm like, I would never do that. I would never do something like that. You think I would do something like that? I would never do anything like that to antagonize people, and he just started laughing. So yeah, I'm a little bitch, and I've just come to full circle. I'm like, oh, if people are gonna know me for it for not doing anything bad, I might as well do shit that pisses them off, just because they can't handle the fact that I look good with eyeliner. And that's my big story that took way too long about something I probably could explain, like, way quicker. Didn't you love it? Didn't you enjoy that a lot? Wasn't that really fucking cool how I explained that? It took way too fucking long. My voice sounds like I'm squeaking it out through a fucking balloon. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Ugh. Fuck me. Worth noting for anyone who goes back and masochistically like watches this back in the VOD. If it isn't clear, I've never done a stream that's just Wash Simulator, except for the one I did with Satellite. It's always like, I think I'm coming to the end of my wits with whatever I'm streaming right now, and it's getting late. Which is when I start fucking up at the games anyway. I still have no idea what it fucking wants. Oh, wait. The whole thing is a window frame. So what I want is up there. But I don't think I can get it efficiently from there. Yeah, I guarantee. Oh, I guarantee. I guarantee. Let me get a ladder. That'll work better for this. But yeah, I've been especially cocky with that sort of thing recently, because I've come to the conclusion that I'm so fucking broke and tired that, like, no, I'd like to continue living. There's still things in life I'd like to achieve. However, worst case scenario, if I bug these people with just literally my existence and trying to love myself, and that irritates them to the point of violence, we all gotta go out some way, and it's the worst thing they can do is kill me. Well, the worst thing they can do is fuck with my friends, but I only really have one at my job anyway, or like two, I guess, arguably. Depending on your definition of friend, I have like 20. But in terms of people I actually trust, like 2. Wow, this sucks. This stage is awful. I fucking hate this shit. It's so obnoxious to traverse. This game is not made for fucking vertical travel. There's another window frame I'm missing, yes? There's a roof I'm missing. Which roof am I missing? And how? That one, it would seem. Let's check her out, shall we, gamers? 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 Is that window frame good? I can't tell. Okay. God, my voice is so fucking bad now. Oh yeah, that's gunk. There we go. What about this window frame? So I'm still missing a window frame, yes? Yeah, one window frame. Also a window. No. Just a window frame. Got all the windows. This one. I need the ladder again. Yeah. Huh? Can't really see where I'm supposed to. Oh, you know what? It's probably one of these fucking suckers. Yeah, here we go. No? Usually this just works for that sort of thing. Okay. This is it though, right? Yes, it is. I don't understand. What's missing? The sides? You fuck with the sides? Outside? You wanna go outside? Fuck me though. I see nothing. Is there like a little goop smudge right there? No, there's not. What the hell's happening? Got the fucking Temple of Magnamon out here, and I can't figure out how to de-smudge this shit. Is it on the sides of this? What the? How? Please, Power Wash Simulator. Or whatever god these people worship in this fucking canon. I'm begging the fuck out of you, dude. I don't know what you want from me. I do not know. I sincerely am confused. What could you possibly want? What fucking planet? Is there something left on this fucking window frame? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious with this shit? Is this a glitch? Is it glitched? There's nothing I can fucking spray anymore. Look how much I'm fucking spraying everything. Look at this shit. Unfucking believable. Oh my god. I don't fucking know. Wow, thanks. Maybe it's something that I can only see from like here. Nope. I'm like going insane. Like I'm in a psychological horror movie, right? Like this doesn't make sense. This is like a metaphor for my... Oh, you fucking idiot. There we go. Now we got just some buttress and a pedestal and a barge board. God. What the fuck is a barge board? What in God's green acres do you think that is at the end of the day, This is such a good track. It's so good. Wish I could make snazzy shit this good sounding. I can make snazzy shit compositionally, but sound fidelity wise, it sounds like ass every time. I hate mixing. It's one of the things that I am most professionally professed in. Professionally professed. I know words. In life, it is one of the things that I've I don't think it's one of the things I'm best at. It's just one of the things that on a resume I can say I am. This is one of the things I'm best at. If that makes sense. Oh, same problem. Okay. Should've known. Should've known. We're almost done with this one. This is fucking great. Barge board. Where's the barge board at? What is that? What is the barge board? I don't know what the fuck that is. I think it's... Yeah, I figured it was that. Wow. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's a little smudge. That can't be it, though. That can't be what the problem was, you know? There's no way. Oh. I know it doesn't... I know it don't sound too enticing, but any chance you can clean up my abandoned washroom? That's what I'm here for, Clement. That's what I'm fucking here for, baby. I'm gonna get more water. Because my throat has died. It is time for more water, gamers. I need to stop ironically saying gamers, because it's gonna come into my lexicon unironically for the first time in my life, and I'm not fucking prepared to become that asshole. I'll be back in a sec. Alright. It is time for one of everybody's favorite sessions. Sections of Randomrings streams. You all know what I'm gonna say. It's time for Ayden to take estradiol. Which makes me sound like a complete fucking idiot for a few minutes. But I probably have already been doing that enough this stream alone. So if I sound weirder than normal, that's why. Clean the washroom, idiot. I know a lot of folks have asked me recently, Clem, why the heck you gotta buy a huge abandoned washroom when you only ever need it 6 to 8 times a day? I tell ya, I'm gonna convert it to Muckingham's premier nightclub. young and crave novelty, right? And I can tell you, ain't no one around here experience acoustics like you can get in this place. I can tell you that. Anyhow, I'm about to determine for myself, so I don't go as far as taking the cubicle doors off. If you can blast the place, I can see what I'm playing with. Listen here, you fucking dummy. Youngins understand a very surface level thing about audio production. And it is that the acoustics in the bathroom sound good when you sing because they're basically a natural delay. It's not a good place to play club music. The phase issues alone are gonna drive people insane in ways they won't be able to explain. This is an abandoned washroom. This is a fucking Bioshock level. What are you thinking for the nightclub conversion, Clement Weathers? Is everybody's name in this game a fucking pun? Seems to be the case. Line of glitter balls leads through the entry tunnel, shining light of every color and every angle and every face. Every color, you say? Every color, you say? Get you all discombobulated but excited. Uh-huh. Meow, meow. I did turn the soundtrack down that one time, right? I did. Okay, cool. But yeah, this power washer rocks. The new one. I knew it. I knew it'd be worth saving up to get this one, so I'd have to wait until late game to have the best power washer in the game. And now I have it in all the fucking heads. It's so good. On the other day I was streaming this, Sad said that when him and his buddy Mistaken, who's also a good streamer, I'm not mutuals with him or anything, I just like the guy, I just think he's funny. But anyway, he said the two of them got into some mischief, but it was enough to finally get him the last power washer. And he was like, wait a minute, are you still dealing with the default one they give you in the beginning? I was like, hey, yes sir. Yup. Because I'm not going to go into full details on it, but it shows you the stats on each one, but there's literally not like a difference. Like there's no reason to ever go back to one of the old power washers once you get the new ones. Like there's no reason. So I was like, well, all I'm buying is time then. And it's a game that's inherently based off of you just fucking slowly wiping amok off of walls and stuff. So I was like, why the fuck would I waste? And the thing is too, okay, so it's $5,000 alone for this one that I'm holding in my hands right now, and that's not even including any of the heads, the one that lets it use cleaning fluid, which I could be using to make this go faster, I suppose, but we'll see when it gets really weird in here. I think I used barely any on the fucking temple. Anyway, he was like, okay, fair enough. The one, let's see. I think the second one you get, so the first upgrade, the second power washer, the Urban X2, I think that one's like 1,000 something. And then the 3,000 is 2,500, 3,000 bucks, something like that. So that's already like you're paying as much as you're paying for this anyway. So I'll just wait. You know, that's what I thought. That was my thought process anyway. Now I'm like, I don't know what, maybe midway through the campaign, maybe something like that. Don't know actually. Doesn't feel like the end. There's still so many questions left unanswered. Who's Clement Waters? I felt like done shit for him 5 million times and just forgot. Oh, it's the last of the coke. No, okay. Oh, goddamn. It's so funny that it's called Coca-Cola. What is this? This is like a shower? What the fuck is going on? What is this? Is that a oh, it's a light? I thought it was a camera for a second. I was like, Is this the pee? There's no head. There's no shower head. These are sinks without mirrors. I'm guessing whoever abandoned this took the mirrors. Makes sense. Did we already play this one? Oh, no, we didn't. We played the original version of it, I think, and I was playing Generate. Yeah. I forgot I had both versions of that on there. I'm gonna get more music on this playlist, or get another game franchise that I like all the bangers of and get a bunch of that shit going. We are doing Super Mario Sunshine, so like a Mario one might not be bad. Like Mario's good for background music. I used to listen to the Galaxy soundtrack just while doing like shit, like doing homework or writing stuff. I used to just listen to the Galaxy soundtrack sometimes. The main game soundtrack I listen to while just doing stuff, definitely The World Ends With You. The best one for it. Oh god, it's 150. I should probably wrap up here. Very shortly. And this is metal. What's that? I don't understand what this is. What is this? I've never seen a contraption like this before in my fucking life. Was it a shower and then it like... Or is the... Oh, you know what? I think this is the plug that goes into like a urinal. Yeah, okay, so these are just urinals. Okay, well, that makes sense, I guess. They really give you a lot of fucking personal space with this, I think. You know, that's not too shabby. I'm starting to get into Clement's head, and that's not a testament of like, oh, Clement Waters is actually a fucking genius. It's a testament of it's time for me to go to bed. Let's finish the rest of this Coca-Cola here. How about? Yeah, that's what I want to do. Best shot. They have Spamton equivalent in this game? Is that what's happening? I reckon I'm gonna repurpose this place and turn it into call it the Big Shot. Kevin Bernard, your services are required back at the carnival in order to redress the scales of justice. It's in the main room where each of the sinks is converted into a drinks dispenser. You're sick. You're sick in the fucking head. Why don't you just convert the actual the bathroom section that you were thinking of into a field? The speakers built into the floor hit you with the deepest bass beats from your toes up. Sounds like genuinely uncomfortable. Yeah, these are urinals. I'm clearly a fucking cis girl. I have no idea what these are. Tee-hee. What if we kissed in front of the Power Wash Simulator urinals? Haha, JK, unless. Yeah, I think I'm about done here. Like I said, I'm probably gonna play it in bed, but and I could think of another topic to like go into probably, but we got Monday for that. We're gonna play more of Soul Silver on Monday. We're gonna go see what's up with Laurel Islands. We're almost at the end of the Johto arc of our Soul Silver playthrough. Goddamn fucking 19 sessions into streaming the game. 19 different times we've streamed that fucking game. And yeah, it's a whole thing. What can I say? RPGs get along. Alright, yeah, I think that's it for me for Power Wash. Oh, there goes that Coke bottle. That's good. that's like good and fine. Alright, yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Next Monday, more Pokemon Soul Silver. At some other point in the week, probably Thursday, Super Mario Sunshine. And probably not much of anything else in between, because I'm stressed the fuck. As I say at the end of every stream, why are you so concerned about how much wood a woodchuck when you woodchuck